All right, welcome back. Another episode of the Rough Rigs podcast.
We're here, baby.
We are. Take two.
Take two.
Little problem before,
Green
but
room issues.
yeah, back here. Very fancy this week. We got the old flowers.
Yep, Moses in the bushes.
Fancying it
Vibes.
up. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, big week. Origin
teams named.
Origin stuff happening. So that is good. Very good. In fact,
Do you want to should we go through the blue side first? Because fuck Queensland.
yeah. Well, there's been a few changes, hasn't there? A few little things that people weren't expecting.
I think we'll go through 1 through 20 and then we'll discuss the maybe 3 to 4 positions that people aren't. Let's go with thrilled with. They're not, which I'm actually sort of happy about the team, bar maybe one.
Yeah.
And it's not even the one that everyone is really talking about, to be honest.
It's not.
So you can read it out since you've got the show notes.
Let's get onto that a little bit later, actually.
Oh, true.
Just a little
Give us 1 minute.
Give me a second, because we've got a drink right in front of us. Our drink of the week, and
We do. It's blue.
It's a shake, and it's blue, and for New South Wales, really.
Yeah, I'm blue. Double.
So do you see Macca's? They've gone out as well. They've got a New South Wales Happy Meal. So it's something to get around.
What, $17 for a Happy Meal?
Yeah,
these
something
days?
like that.
Fucking hell.
So let's get on the drink, because
surprised you get a
it's
Krispy
a
Kreme
milkshake, and I don't want it to.
To match.
Yeah, well, I could have. I was tempted.
You're very tempted.
I was tempted.
Salivating at the fucking. Let's do it. So what is it? Bubblegum, you were saying?
It's a bubblegum.
Bubblegum shake.
Yeah. So
I'm not a big bubblegum guy.
get into it now before it fucking goes off. I don't think it can top the milk from last week. That was outstanding.
Bubblegummy. But as we discussed before, Hungry Jack's ice cream
Oh, it's bubblegummy, all right.
is good. So the aftertaste brings it back.
I don't mind it.
I'll give that a good 6. I'm not thrilled.
It's definitely
but
bubblegum. Like, if you like your bubblegum, you'll like it.
Yeah, just get your spoon out.
I'm not the biggest bubblegum fan.
Yeah, same. Except for the Powerpuff Girl, she's alright. She could do some. Who was she? Was she the laser eye? I forget.
I don't know.
Powerpuff chicks, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 6.
What, for the Powerpuff Girl?
No, the drink will.
Bit harsh.
Yeah, not too bad. Boss Man was pretty good. Yeah, I'll give that a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
But the aftertaste is good. The ice cream brings it
the
back.
ice cream, you get the creaminess.
It brings
It's
it back,
nice,
dude.
Yeah.
It brings it.
The actual shake element is great.
Yep.
I just don't know about the bubblegum flavour. I think it's. I don't think it's too much bubblegum flavour, because if you like bubblegum, you'd like it.
Yep.
It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
I can see the value in it. I can see it's not something that you have and you're like, that's awful.
Yeah.
You know, objectively awful. It's good if you like bubblegum, I think is the moral of the story here. So I'll give it 7.
It won't beat the Malteser from last week. I've been telling everybody about it, bro. And everyone that I've been with.
I think that's the best drink we've had on the show.
Easily. Like, I've been
We're 80 episodes in, and that's by far the best.
It's not even close either. Like, we've had some close ones. Maybe the Hungry Jack's Biscoff. That was I'll say that was a close, probably second. And that's about it.
Yeah.
There's a big gap from 1 and 2 to the rest. But yeah, I've been telling everyone, we all go and get it. They drink it. They're like, fucking oath. This is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 out of 10.
And of course, our drink of the week sponsored by the Inclusion Crew.
Yep.
For all your disability and support needs, visit theinclusioncrew.com.au. They do it all.
Mate, you did that well. You have improved.
I've been practicing in the
Since
shower.
round 1 where you were just rambling about shopping and wrestling.
Well,
and
they do the wrestling.
whatever else you were going. Pig hunting, Great Barrier Reef diving.
Right? They do it all. They do
Kids
it all.
stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Wheeling, dealing. They do their wheeling. They do their dealing. They do plenty of wheeling.
Yeah.
At theinclusioncrew.com.au.
That's
So,
it. Thank you, Inclusion Crew.
Check them out. If you got friends that want some help,
Yep. Just get the word out.
get the word out.
You never know. Word of mouth is a big one in that industry. Building connections with families and
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. So they're all, fully NDIS funded and all of that stuff. So, they'll, Good stuff.
They'll help you out. Will's struggling here. They'll help you out with all your support needs.
Yeah.
Is what Will was trying to say.
They'll do their thing and you'll do your thing and it'll be great. So
It'll be a great little partnership.
it is. Partnership's a great word there.
Anyways, let's get on to the New South Wales Blue side because fuck Queensland.
Yes. So
I can almost name it, but I won't just in case.
so at fullback we've got Edwards.
I reckon we just go through it.
Yep.
Then we talk.
Right.
Just so they can get there.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't want to lose them early.
Yep. Yes, sir. Then
No,
Toto,
sir.
Toto and Lomax on the wing. Latrell Mitchell and Crichton in the centres. Moses and Cleary form the halves.
Like that.
Barnett Haas is the front rowers with Robson in the hooking position. Crichton and Martin in the second row and Yo at lock.
Yep.
Then on the bench, Connor Watson, King, Young and Lenu.
That's our starting 17.
What are your thoughts?
I like it. Except for one thing, one glaring issue that no one's sort of really spoken about.
Yep.
I don't like the fact that we don't have a genuine 14.
Well, Watson's your genuine 14.
Is he, but
There's no more genuine 14 in the comp than Watson, I don't
he's
reckon.
more of a hooker /13 these days.
He's a hooker, 13, a half. He can fill in at fullback. Look, he plays pretty much every position except front row.
I get concerns if we lose a spot in the centres. I think he gets burned for pace on both edges.
He probably does, but you probably wouldn't put him at there. You'd probably put a Hudson Young at centre.
That's the other thing. I think he gets burned for pace as well.
Yeah.
It's because you look at Queensland's 14. They've got a few. They can just dart in across the whole back line. So I don't know. That's probably the one that stands out for me. What's the one that?
So who would you have there as your genuine 14 that covers every position?
Matt Burden. There's not many. That's what I mean. There's not many genuine 14s anymore. Talakai, but then again, he hasn't played enough with the head knocks and the injuries. They're the main two.
And then again, you're relying on Robson to play
an 80
minutes.
Exactly.
So, yes, you've got cover for the centres then, but then you lose cover for your hooker, which is probably more valuable.
McInnes, but then he'd get burned on the... Like, it's young McInnes. I wish McInnes was a bit younger. But yeah.
I think Connor Watson's your perfect 14, to be honest, in the positions that he can cover.
Yep.
As you said, you probably... If an outside back, a winger especially, goes down, you might be in some trouble. But I think there's enough to cover centre with Hudson Young. Angus Crichton can fill in at centre. Like
I guess
he's done a bit of centre in the past. Angus.
They could also push Barnett out to the edge where he used to be on that back row for the Knights when he was back with Newcastle. Look, he's gained a lot of size since those days.
Yeah.
But
and you don't want to fall into the trap of picking someone just purely based on their flexibility if they're not good enough to fulfill a role.
Yeah. No, I understand that. What's the one spot you would? I don't know, upgrade. I guess I don't want to say upgrade because everyone that got selected deserves to be selected. It's like everyone. There's no slouches. Like there's no.
Look, going through there's a few, I guess, surprises. A few things that I would have went differently, but I'm not like upset about it. If that makes sense. Like I probably would have picked Teddy over Edwards. I think he's just in better form at the moment. But in saying that, I'm not. I'm not upset with Edwards either. Like I can still, I see where he's going with that.
Yeah.
Same with like the hooking position would have been nice to maybe see an Appy Coruscant based on how he played on the weekend.
Experience, big game.
He would have been pretty cool coming off the bench. But
do you think the 64-0 against the Storm had any effect to that?
I think
selection?
So. I think so. Yeah,
because he was pretty poor.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that had a lot to do with May not making it as well. To be honest. So on May, I think. Look, I would have had him in my side somewhere. But I can see where they're going, I guess. I would have had him over King. I think that's the one change that I think is... that would have made more sense to me.
I get both sides of the coin. I wouldn't mind him selected, but I also love the selection of Max King.
The other thing is
he's good.
Someone like a Luai as well, if you're speaking about your genuine 14s. He could do that because he does cover a bit of hooker.
Everything.
Used to do a bit of hooker back in the day.
And he defends on the edge anyway. That's where he defends.
He's played hooker at an international level as well. So he does that. He can fill in. You could probably defend him at centre.
He does. He does for the Tigers, essentially.
Yeah.
When they kick the fifth tackle, first three tackles, he's on the edge.
Yeah.
Naden or Toa come in to inside the back rower.
So but I'm looking at the side. It's still a very strong
Luai
side.
would be a good one to have, just because he can play the 9 if needed.
Yeah.
If you want to give Robson 15 minutes or whoever they select, I think if Luai gets selected, Watson plays 65 but obviously they went with Watson and Robson instead.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You could have. I think Watson's got to be there. Like he's
too dynamic.
He's been probably the form hooker in the comp. So I think he deserves to be there.
Yeah.
I guess Robson is the one that you'd question.
He
hasn't had the greatest of years, but I guess he's just that solid player that
you know what he's going to give you.
And with the team that's selected, with both Moses and Cleary, you don't need someone out of dummy half to kind of hold up the play. It's too many cooks. Damien Cooks.
I want some more
if you will.
Cook some more.
I'll tell you what, he did all right, Damien Cook. He could have found his way in South.
Jacob Little was a big one for me. He's been pretty fucking good.
I think that's why they've gone with Robson at starting. They don't want too many cooks there. You've got, and I think that's why Teddy didn't get picked as well, because they just wanted someone just clean, crisp service to your halves, let them do their thing. And let Edwards do the hard work out the back. He's going to run for 250 meters, just doing the hard, grindy stuff.
Yep.
Based on the team that they've picked, I'd say that's why, they've gone with someone like Max King, who is just going to run hard, tackle hard. He's not going to do the fancy offloads. Yep. He's not going to tackle break too much. He's not going to do huge kind of line break assists or anything like that.
Dirty work.
But he's just going to run, he's going to tackle, he's going to do the basic things right and just lay a platform, find his feet, find his front.
Same thing.
And find his feet. And then let the halves just do their thing. So I think that's the game plan.
Yeah.
Just purely based on what side. And it's kind of what they did last year as well. So it worked from last year. I don't think they're going to change their game plan too much, and they don't need that. They don't need that X factor. Like they've got Lenu off the bench, who's going to provide some impact. He's going to, but again, he's going to run hard, tackle hard.
Yeah. Give away a penalty, but get in their face. Let them know.
So you probably don't need a May to add extra dynamic in attack. Like he's probably just going to get in the way more than anything.
I don't think you want a 70-minute forward anyway.
No,
it's not the arena where he's going to. If he played 70 minutes in Origin, he wouldn't be walking the next day. They're going to try and go for.
No one's going to play 70 minutes at front row,
unless there's catastrophic injuries.
That's where his value is. I think is his endurance and that aspect. But you don't really need it. Like you've got Payne Haas who can play big minutes, Barnett can play big minutes, and then Max King can play big minutes. So there's no need for him to.
Hudson Young off the bench can just slot in wherever.
Yeah. So, again, unless there's injuries. If there's injuries, then you'd probably rather someone like a May, but providing everyone gets through the game unscathed.
I'm okay with it.
I see where they're going. I see where Laurie's going with the team selection. And I don't think some of the outrage is kind of... I don't know. I don't think it's justified in a lot.
I'm okay, yeah.
A lot of the sense.
Agreed.
It's probably not the direction I would have gone, but I don't think it's a horrible direction.
Mate, Max King's going to do a job. Yeah. He's going to do more than a job. Yeah. He's going to run hard for 32 minutes, say if that's his playing time. Yeah. And he's not going to do a thing wrong. Yeah. He's just going to do his job.
It's not like it's an outrageous pick where you're wondering how the fuck's he come up with that.
It's not like Tom Hazelton off a bench. Yeah. What I mean? No disrespect to Hazelton, but it'd be so left field. No one's looking. Now, with Lenu, what do you think his role is going to be this game one? Just to truly rip and tear?
I think he plays 20 minutes max, and he runs in and he
like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited.
He's coming off the back fence, and he's just providing some just that little bit of extra energy either side of half time, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Lenu. Should we go through Queensland quickly because we hate them, but we should highlight a few there.
They've gone rogue.
Billy's gone a bit like
Billy's gone rogue here.
He's gone X Factors or attempting.
Ponga at fullback, Coates and Holmes on the wing. So Holmes shifts to the wing.
I think that's scary. I like Holmes on the wing.
Toya and Fido, the big hammer. He's in the centres.
Toya versus Latrell.
Munster, Cherry Evans in the halves. Fodawaker, Tino. Starting front row with Grant.
What a duo.
Grant's an interesting. I'm surprised he got picked actually. He only played half a game on the weekend.
I guess what else they got? Kurt Mann.
Marnie. I mean, if he's fit, I guess, but
he says he's fit. So
he says he's fit, but he couldn't get through 80 minutes on the weekend. So
I hope he's not.
Can't be that fit. Anyway,
maybe the Sharkies just fucking running down.
Cotter in the second row and Nanai.
Yep.
Carrigan at lock, and the bench is Dearden, Lindsay Collins, Beau Fermor, and Trent Liero.
See, I like their bench. They've got some blokes that can cover multiple spots, but also do the hard.
Well, that's the value of Firm.
Yaka.
The value of Firm. Like he's a second rower, but he can also shift into the centres and do a good job. Yeah, so
anywhere. But he can also do this tough stuff. If they need him,
you play him through the middle.
10 minutes in the middle. Just do a job while the arrow's off or whoever it may be.
Oh, you can do it for sure.
So, Toya, what do you think of the Toya? 10 games he's been selected. 10 NRL games and he's in.
Yeah, it's an odd one.
Gagai. He's you'd probably say, unless Toya has a shitter, that's probably the end of Gagai's origin career.
I don't know.
Fuck, he's been good though. Got a feel for Gagai.
I don't know. Well, every time he's played for Queensland, probably except for the last game that he played, he had a bit of a shocker.
Mate, out of like 30.
He got towed up a little bit by Latrell, but apart from that, he's...
Mate, I'm so glad they didn't pick him.
Yeah.
I'm so glad as a New South Welshman. Gagai is not wearing a maroon jersey.
Toya's been good, but he didn't impress me that much. Like
He gets
I did not see this coming at all. I thought, if any kind of young rookie was to get it, I thought it'd be Purdue.
Maybe they want Purdue in the halves. Maybe this is a long-term plan. Cherry's last year, you'd probably assume as a representative with Dearden on his heels.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a Queensland. I don't know. Look, it's a great team, obviously. The forwards will null each other out. So Haas, Fodawaker, Tino, Barnett. There's no one better than the other. They're just going to null each other out. It's going to be that hooker position and the halves. Grant's probably got the edge over Robson. And the halves, take your pick. If Moses is on, you pick New South Wales. But then again, Cherry in a maroon jersey.
Cherry's been in pretty poor form, though.
That's what I mean. He's wearing that maroon jersey. He could just come out with a fucking stellar performance.
He's capable of it, but he's,
First hit up, I hope it's Lenu off the back fence. So, maybe you just, swap it around on game day. Mm-hmm. Second hit up.
I wouldn't mind that, actually, just having Lenu just the first 20 minutes, just rip and tear.
Angus Crichton, elbow up to the face. Just get him in there early. Just please. What are your predictions for game one before we move off? We're at Suncorp, so...
I think New South Wales will win.
New South Wales are the betting favourites.
I'm not surprised. I think on paper it's a better team.
I think it's the Latrell, the outside backs.
I think the outside backs and that back five is pretty intense. Like Dylan Edwards, Lomax.
Lomax is going to be...
Toto.
They're going to be bombing the shit out of friggin' Holmes.
So that'll be interesting to see how Holmes goes.
Awesome.
Back on the wing. He's always played well on the wing. So
one of the best wingers, but contact-wise, it's different.
Yeah.
When you're running as a centre, you're running infield. When you're a winger, you've got to be mindful of that outside, line.
And, he's played enough wing, so I think he's... When he was playing wing, he was, probably the best winger in the comp, if not one of the best.
2015, 16, 100%. Bro, he was killing it for us.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I think we win. I think it's going to be like a 18-10.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be this blowout that everyone expects. It's Suncorp. The referees aren't going to let that happen.
Yeah.
The NRL is not going to let that happen.
If it is a blowout, it'll go in New South Wales way.
Think so.
I think that there's enough strike there to cause a blowout, but I don't think it will. I don't think Queensland have the strike to cause a blowout. I think they can win in a tight one, but I don't think they have the I mean, they've got enough there. They've got the hammer,
I guess.
guess.
Plenty of strike, really.
Yeah.
It's just experience, I think, is the big one.
Yeah.
When you got Latrell going up against Toya, it's like Toya could kill him, but
I mean, when they did play against each other a few weeks ago, it was Latrell's first game back, and he was at centre. And Toya did a pretty good job, but again, it's his first game back from injury. It's a completely different Latrell than what you get.
Blue jersey on.
Yeah, so
Latrell needs to sign with the Sharks, Eels. Who else wears blue?
Yeah, so that's a really straight. Like Latrell, that first game back, he was just kind of, he made a couple of runs, and that was kind of it. He
But this is early.
He was just blowing out the cobwebs.
Yeah, this is Moses down the short side.
That's it. He's on Moses' side too, so.
Moses won't know what to do.
Moses just gonna just give him the ball.
He's gone from Sean Russell to Latrell. He won't know what is this Christmas?
Yeah, bit of a difference.
Just a touch. Shout out Russell.
But anyways, he's got Angus Crichton outside of him instead of What?
Take your pick. Kelma
Tuolangi.
Matt Dury. Who else? Sam Rani.
Sean Lane.
Sean Lane. They've had like 7 back rowers on his left side.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our take on the Origin. Up the fucking Blues.
Who's your first try scorer?
Probably Holmes. He always scores fucking first, I feel, when it comes to Origin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Holmes. But then we win.
I reckon Lomax. I reckon Moses kick.
Little bomb. Not little.
Kicked a big bomb. Big bomb.
Yeah, that's the thing. How's Holmes going to go under the high ball? At that centre position, it's you're only the blocker.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 these days. So, interesting.
So,
Bomb the shit out of him.
any changes you'd make to Queensland?
No, actually, I think their bench is stronger than ours. But I think Lenu and King are the X factors, if that makes sense.
I think our bench is stronger, barring there's no injuries.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I think you got to pick 4. There's going to be an injury. It's Origin. There always is someone. HIA'd, collarbone. Like my last question I want to ask about the Blues, if Jake Travojevic doesn't nosedive and get hit in the head and then hits his back of the head, do you think he's in the 17? Like in all seriousness?
I think he is.
I think he is too.
I think they pick him based on the side that they picked. I think that all they wanted is just for someone to just run hard and just kind of that style that they played last year, and it worked from last year. So I think they would have picked him.
You got a feel for him. That's probably it for his.
I can't see them picking him again after this. Yeah. I think now that he's lost his spot, I don't think he can do enough to get it back.
I feel for him too because he was such a good servant for New South Wales, like the blue side. Like he's always done his job.
Oh, he bleeds blue.
He speaks so passionately. Like, I wish all the fellas spoke like he did about representing the state for the people, for the farmers, for the whoever he said.
I'd still bring him into camp.
Into camp.
And just have him around the boys and just, he can...
He'll be concussed. Isn't he off for like 11... He has to do the old 11-day...
Yeah.
He was...
But he can still be in camp. He can...
Surely they'd let that...
Hand out coffees or something. He doesn't have to do the tackles.
Water boy mid-game.
He can be the mascot.
He'll be the blue shirt.
He can be inside the little cockroach.
Flogging the cockroach. Anyways, let's move on.
Let's do it.
Bit of a NRL controversy. It's starting to heat up.
There's always controversy.
Reece Walsh. I don't know if you've heard of it. Little video he posted, him flogging his mate. It was all within fun. Like it wasn't. The boys being boys.
Just a couple of boys on a night out. Just
there was a few drinks
having a bit of a slap around.
Haymaker. Right.
I had to laugh at the Fox League. Did you see there? It's
the clickbait of doom.
It's like
flogs him.
Punch. Yeah, Walsh punches on his night out or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it was his backyard. And second jarring story at the same club. We'll stay at the same club here.
Yeah.
Marty Tapau.
Yes.
Elijah Taylor. Famous Tigers legend, some are calling him.
Legend.
He put up a post explaining that Madge is shit, Madge is this, coaching style is shit, X, Y, Z. Marty Tapau liked it. He's lost his contract. Ezra, ma'am. That's all I'll say. That
yes. It was a bit of a interesting. I don't know whose decision, whether that's Madge's decision or whether that's the board's decision. But
Madge obviously didn't like it in the start.
Strange. It's obviously looking for an excuse to get rid of.
Well, he had a 2-year contract, so now he's going to get paid out and fired essentially. So
yeah, but it's probably less because they couldn't just release him. They've actually had a reason to sack him. I guess so.
Whether there's a reason,
I mean, not
crazy,
really, but I guess they can argue it brought the team into disrepute or something. I don't know. That's the only reason I can think of him. But
it's crazy, the world we live in. Walsh has been forced to apologise. The third. Once you find it, we'll get onto a positive news story about the Broncos because we can't just shit on them. Well, we can, but
I think they might have deleted the.
Yeah, they probably got fucking so much backlash.
The caption that was like,
Walsh punches on a night out.
Do you see Dewey got called into the extended squad?
I like that. He can do it all too. Like he truly is a 14. We keep talking about 14 this, 14 that.
Yeah.
Fullback, wing, centre, middle. Like he's done it all. 9.
Oh yeah, he punched a mate in the head. Like, right.
It's a punch, mate. What do you have to write in the head?
Punched him in the head. It wasn't really. It was more a slap.
Yeah.
Like I think if you want to get technical, I don't think it was a closed fist. I think it was more of a
cricket, dude.
Yeah.
Your shoulders getting put into one another.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Virat to Constance, it was.
Yeah, a bit more force there.
And there's a bit more controversy in the NRL as well. Lockie Galvin. He's
This was bound to happen.
The Tigers, they've come together and they've said he's free to leave as long as they drop the legal case. So
as soon as I said, as soon as they lose a few games on the trot with him in the starting side, they'll go, okay, time to look for someone else. It's time to. You want to hear my bold take? You know how players can do the end of season deal and they move on to the club that they'll sign with?
Yeah.
Kai Pearce-Paul has been linked to the Tigers for the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think if he signs, Tigers will just want him gone.
Yeah.
You know, and they get their replacement player already.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I think the Knights will pick up his contract and do something stupid like the Knights normally do for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like with Harry Grant.
So you reckon he'll go to the Knights for 6 months and then
Just for 6 months.
Yeah.
Just help us, please. It'll be like that. Just anything. We'll give you the whole.
Well, that's the thing that I'm looking like. There's talk obviously.
Same with Grant. You know how Grant played with the Tigers
Yeah.
for that 7 months.
Well, there's talk around
you know?
Parramatta signing him for a while. I don't know where he fits in this year though. Like
Exactly.
if it was
I wouldn't want him
immediate,
next year.
Yeah.
I'd want him next year.
Yeah.
But like I think
But
he
then
should.
is it a package? Like if you don't want to get him this year, then does he sign to the Bulldogs for 3 years instead? Like, is it kind of because it's awkward timing for and for the Bulldogs as well. Like if they were looking at him. They're pretty set. They're playing well. Do you want a Galvin coming in and kind of disrupting things?
Exactly.
Like,
Whereas the Knights need something.
yeah.
They need Jesus
Knights
to come
need
down.
something. Parramatta's a little bit different because they're probably not really playing for a finals position anyway.
Yeah, that's the only reason I
But-
bring up the Kai Pearce-Paul thing.
Yeah.
Because like it makes
And
a
they're
little bit of
losing
sense.
they're losing Dylan Brown. So do you drop Dylan Brown to reserve grade? But it seems kind of
It wouldn't make sense.
pointless. Like,
Because he's in the system with Moses.
or do you play Dylan Brown? I don't know. Does he come off the bench?
Does he go as a 14? Like truly.
Do you play him at lock? But then you've got kind of
But then that takes away from Walker.
yeah. And Walker's been pretty
And
well. So
your mate, I keep forgetting his name. He's had a slow start.
Hopgood.
Hopgood. Hopgood struggled since
Yeah.
Walker's coming to the side. But anyways, I think the Knights make sense just because they want something to cheer for.
Yeah.
They need something up there. Just give him the keys to the halves and say, do what you want. Call what you want.
Yeah.
Just try and get us some wins.
But then is it worth it? Like,
Because then
what's the point from night? Unless like they got Dylan Brown obviously next year, they're not going to sign him post that.
I guess they lose.
What's the point for 6 months signing
Yeah.
Galvin? Like, what are you planning on? Like, you're not building
It's a
your
weird one.
future.
It's a weird
Like you'd
one.
think you'd want to fill your halves positions with players that can partner Dylan Brown and kind of plan long term for that. Whereas
Would he be
I feel like putting Galvin up at the Knights would just be a step back.
Would he? Well, anything they do is a step back at the moment. Could he? Can you? I don't know the rules on this. If he was to do the 6 month thing with the Knights, could he then announce who he's actually going to go to, or would he have to keep that hush hush? Like he could officially sign with them straight away next week, right? Eels, right? He signs with the Eels, but it's kept hush hush, and Ryle sends him the playbook. Here's our playbook.
Yeah.
This is what we're looking to do in the future. Read this, try and implement a bit of it in the Knights. I don't know. Can you do that?
Yeah, well,
Is that something you can?
they've released him. If they've released him, then he's free to negotiate. And
Because Thomas King.
then if the Knights sign him, then he's still a free agent on November 1.
Yeah.
So then
He
clubs
can
would
then-
still be able to negotiate.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could do that, but
Because then with
I don't know. It's a lot of fucking around
I know, but
for a
it's
couple
an-
of teams that
it's-
can't make finals.
it's, that's the whole point though. It's like what's let's bring some joy to our fan
Yeah.
base or something. Like Eels are in a better spot than the Knights. I never thought I'd say that in 2025 season.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, it's a weird situation. The old Galvin.
It is.
On to a positive one, I guess. Brisbane Broncos. We can't just shit on them for 12 minutes.
Yes, I did see
Mental
this.
health jersey.
What a jersey!
What an absolute 10 out of 10.
If I
the
was
Eels or the
if I was a
Sharks?
Broncos supporter, I'd be spying that so fast.
Yeah, it's sold out. Sold out.
As it should be.
They're gonna have to
it's an
re-release.
incredible
It's-
jersey.
Shout out to Kia. Shout out to all the major sponsors.
I tell you what, the Kia looks great in it,
looks
though. Like
better.
the matte finishes.
When they're going to play live in
Looks
that, it's going to
sensational.
look amazing on the lights when it hits a certain angle. But shout out to the Black Dog Institute. I think is the main sponsor for it.
Yeah.
I think I've been waiting for a mental health round, or like where teams actually dedicate one of their special jerseys towards a mental health jersey. And shout out to the Broncos for putting that at the forefront. I guess.
Yeah,
like,
that's almost one of the all-time jerseys. I reckon.
That
like
or the Warriors, like this year, that or the Warriors jersey that just released, Dear Warrior. It's the Broncos one for me is the best jersey I've seen in a while. That's hit all the right spots. You know, makes you feel good.
Yeah, and shout out to the sponsors for getting involved, and that's the bit that impresses me, getting them behind it.
Yeah,
and
Kia's
basically
always been good,
and basically giving up their
colours and
their sponsors because no one's going to see them. So
but they'll know.
Credit to them.
This jersey will go down for 30 plus years as one of the most. Because you watch now. The Eels will do one in the next 4 years. The Titans will do one. It's good. This is what we need. We need to see stuff like this. So, anyways.
It's so simple, but it just looks
brilliant. Perfection.
Incredible.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like
that one and the Panthers jersey. Again, just
black and gold.
Just a simple black jersey with gold sponsors. Like, it's incredible. When the sponsors get involved and they do their thing, like, it just makes a jersey
like, you'll
so
never
good.
forget their sponsors. My Plates and Kia.
Yeah.
Like, because it's that iconic. Like, Pepsi with the Sharks, like it just fits. That blue with the red and the white, like it's things like that.
Yeah.
Sponsor management or whatever they call it, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get on to round 11 review and then round 12 tips.
Yes.
So we can get a move on so that people aren't sleeping.
Well, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Bubblegum's not hitting.
Round 11, the game of the round, Knights 6, the mighty Parramatta Eels 28. What a win.
Game of the round even.
I'm buying my grand final tickets after that. That was incredible.
That's Knights
incredible
team.
Performance.
The Knights, you know, they came out hard.
Wasn't easy. It was a tough fought battle, that one.
The easiest 80 minutes I've watched.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what's going on with the Knights.
It was a training session.
They just. They score 6 points against the worst defense in the league. Like, it's.
That's what I'm telling you. The Eagles are actually in a better spot. I'm telling you, bro. They shouldn't be, but they are. They are, dude. Like, they are. It's shout out to the Knights for being the worst team ever.
Yeah. No. Their halves again were just poor. They couldn't do anything. Ponga was poor. Defensively, they weren't horrible, but then they got a sin bin and then they just gave up after that. Like, there's just no effort there. Like, you're watching him play and you're like, they don't care.
It's not even, there's no effort.
They obviously don't care about their coach because the coach is playing for his job and they don't give a fuck. So,
the only one that I can say tried, two probably, Cant off the bat. He came on and he tried, but the Eagles just 3-man in.
Well, he started, I think, because Dylan Lucas was in the centres.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cant started
them
second row.
Them two were the only two that really ran with a bit of something behind it, you know. Pretty sad, eh? Gay Guy tried his heart out too, but to no avail.
Gay Guy was good in his 300th game. I thought
that's his 300.
I thought he was probably their best. But again, the players didn't give a fuck. Like, it's his 300th game, and they're just
Gay Guy. He came back, bro. Anyways, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Shout out the Knights fans, all three of you, Josh, and that's it.
They're still getting decent crowds there, though.
I know, they're such a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
They deserve better.
Yeah.
Bulldogs.
But I think you're right. I think you said it a couple of weeks ago. The 2015 Knights. 2016. Sorry,
I just know because that was their worst statistical season.
2016 Knights. I think the 2015 was pretty bad as well.
Oh, they were both pretty bad. The 16 was.
What was it? That was the one that they didn't win a game all season.
They won
or something.
like two.
Or one game, yeah.
Two, and it was against the Storm somehow.
Yeah. I know there was like 300 games between wins or
it was stupid.
Something crazy.
Their average loss margin was 32 that season.
But that side was like genuinely not even a reserve grade side. Like, it was probably an SG ball side. Like, it was so bad on paper. I don't know how it got to that point, but
Tinkler robbed him blind and then fucked off.
Wayne Bennett, he was sinking with his
Wayne made sure he had
his little head instead of his big head. As Nathan Brown said.
Oh god, that was like they had Nathan Ross. He tried his guts out.
Yeah,
young Gay Guy was trying his guts out.
That's right. They had all those like old players on like massive contract.
Monies,
Kate Snowden was on.
Snowden.
He was on like $1 million a year. Willie Mason was running around at like 40 years old.
I think he was retired by then, but I get your point. They were putting money into the weirdest spots.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bulldogs 24 defeat the Roosters 20.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, the Bulldogs just love a comeback.
Yeah.
They love it, dude.
Well, we both tipped the Roosters. I thought we were pretty safe
I was
at one
feeling
point.
good.
Yeah. I was cockle-doodle-doing and
You were crowing.
all of a sudden it was
You let the dogs out. Bro, the Doggies fans gave it to us on TikTok too. Leave us
they?
alone. I just said we're bad tippers. That's all it is. They're all going, fuck you. Look what happened. Dude, it's just a tip. Chill out, baby.
well, they're a passionate bunch, the Doggies.
Yeah, talking about a passionate bunch. Warriors 16 defeat the Dolphins 12.
Yeah.
They are still on your ass since that clip about 5 weeks ago. They're still onto you.
Fair enough. And I can't tip them because after saying that, every time they play in Australia, I tip against them.
So they give it to me too, but I'm like, I've tipped the Warriors the last 4 out of 5 weeks.
I keep doubling down. I think I tipped them to not win 2 games or more in Australia.
They've won 1.
I think they've already won about 4.
You said Sydney.
In Sydney,
but like everyone's going Australia.
Yeah.
Which they won like 4 out of 5. Anyways, they played really well. They also came back.
They did.
The Dolphins just lacked a bit of class, and I think when
there was a pretty poor refereeing performance though. There was that knock on from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Knock on, dude.
I don't know.
Went forward 4 meters.
I don't know how they missed that. That was just as blatant. Like it was just one of those ones where you don't even need to.
Bro, RTS
it's not even you don't even go, oh, did it go back? It was just like, no, he's just fucking dropped it. Like it's clear as fucking anything.
RTS full gave himself up.
Yeah.
He's looking around.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Play on.
Even the guy that picked it up, he kind of like picked it up and just like stood there because he thought like that was it.
And call it. Yeah.
And then he got tackled and then he was almost like appealing because they tackled him when he thought the play was dead. They're like, what's he fucking tackling me for, ref? Like,
and the markers are just snapping their necks going, what the fuck?
And then he's on the ground and everyone's kind of like just looking around on these ones, just
and they get the penalty.
Looking back and forth.
Then they get the penalty to march upfield.
Yeah, looking at the touchy, looking at the ref, like, hang on, like, am I missing something here? They're just perplexed.
Yeah, it was...
Like they weren't even angry; they were just confused.
Yeah,
like,
everyone was confused. Touchies were confused.
Like they weren't because there wasn't really any blowing up. It was just like until like 3 tackles later, they're like, "Hang on,"
and then they got penalised.
Yeah.
Marched upfield. Like,
and then they scored. They scored at the back of that. So,
so shout out to the video ref. We've only spent $10 million for that technology, by the way.
But surely the bunker, like the bunker, fucking interferes with everything else.
That's what I mean.
Surely they can just be like, "Hey mate, you've missed a knock on there." Just,
Like, and why can't they rule on forward passes? That's my next point. But anyways, Manly Seagulls 24 defeat the Cowboys 6.
Yeah.
The battle of the shit kickers, and this one was truly a coin flip on tips.
Well, Cowboys kind of gone back to being the Cowboys, I guess.
So they'll do this for 3 weeks, and then they'll come out beating everyone. And this is what they do. I can't get a read on the Cowboys at
Manly
all.
the same. Manly the same. They're like...
Coin flips.
Yeah.
The coin flippers.
2 of the most kind of inconsistent teams. Like, you think Cowboys at home, they should win this.
Yep.
If it was a Brookie, maybe you'd lean towards it. Manly, but...
Yep, agreed. Yeah. It's like, we should call it the coin flip cup. Like, seriously, who knows, like with these two?
Yeah.
Sharks 31 defeat the Storm 26 at Shark Park.
Yeah. Shark Stadium.
Fucking Shark Stadium. Bermuda Triangle or whatever they all call it on Channel 9.
Yeah.
What a win.
I thought you were at this game.
Yeah, you were fucking either severely drunk or very confused.
Yeah, I had a few.
Or both.
I was out somewhere and having a few drinks. And they had the footy on the TV. And I was just looking over it back and forth, having something to drink and other stuff. And looking back at the screen. And I'll look at the screen. It was after... Fanua Blake scored his try, and they were like panning it.
Panning to the crowd. That's where I sit normally. So,
yeah. And then I was looking. I was like, "Hang on, that's Lisa." And then it panned over a little bit more. Like, oh, it's Georgia. I was looking for you. I couldn't see you. I was like, oh, maybe he's on the other side or going to the bar or something. But so I was like, hey, seen you at the footy, and you're like, well, I wasn't fucking there. So.
Not me.
Yeah, Lisa was wearing a Sharks jersey, which I thought was a bit strange for her.
Like oh, Magpies fan. Turned Eagles, turned Tiger. Who does she support? No one knows. Anyways, what a game.
Yeah, you weren't at the game.
No,
for all the listeners out there, it was,
Will was in his own thoughts. What a game.
It was.
Had it all.
From what I can remember.
Points everywhere. Sharks lose both their centre and winger
Yes.
early into the first half. And I thought to myself, here.
Talakai shifted into the centres. He did well there.
Atkinson on the wing.
Yeah.
Our halfback,
Killed it.
Our 14 on the wing. That's awesome. I guess he should be in the origin side. What can't he do?
Well, there you go. You're looking for your genuine 14 utility that can play every position.
Oh, my
Maybe
God.
he's the one.
What a game. It was just back and forth.
I thought that was Hines' best game this season.
Full control. He said, Tricky, get out of the way.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yep.
I want to beat these guys for once.
Well, there's a bit of rain around.
Please.
He's like, my hair's wet, Tricky.
Yeah, get
my
out the
hair's
way.
wet. It's my time to shine.
Yeah, I want to highlight 3 people. Sifa Talakai,
Yep.
Blakey Brayley,
Yep.
and Adam Fanil-Blake.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, those 3 just got the middles and the edges the right ways.
Yeah.
Like they were just going one way and one way only.
Well, I thought from the start of this, like Melbourne scored early, and I thought they're just going to run away with it.
Same,
And,
bro. I was watching it, I'm like, fuck.
yeah, and then every time I look back, Sharks have scored, and
Yeah, we're just Mulatalo's talking his shit.
yeah.
Pappy's throwing an elbow at him, which I respect.
Would-
I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
People didn't like it. I'm like, I
No,
like it.
I'm all for
If
it.
you're willing to talk shit,
If it was anyone else, it'd be like, oh, that's a bit grubby. But for Mulatalo, like, fuck him.
but in the sense, like, if you're willing to talk shit like Mulatalo, you got to cop maybe the odd like elbow to the face or the forearm on the grip. Like,
You got,
I like it.
and I don't think I didn't really see the
wasn't
incident
that- like, he was just talking to
in
Coates.
great detail, but like Mulatalo didn't really blow up about it either.
No, he was
like,
smart.
yeah,
It was a laugh.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It started with Coates dropping the ball, and Mulatalo was just in his face. Yeah, fucking get that
Yeah.
up, you dog. And then Pappy then dropped one. Then he went up to Pappy. Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah.
Pappy. And then he dropped one, so Pappy went up to him. It was good.
Yeah.
I like the grubbiness. Bring it
Yeah.
back. Stop sucking. Like everyone's going, is he grub? Yeah,
He's a grub.
We need him.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm entertained.
He is a grub, but
Give me more.
same as Marnie. Like everyone carries on about him. I like it. A
Same.
bit of personality, a bit of
Give me
something.
more.
But also on the flip side, I want to see Marnie get punched in the head. I want to see
100%.
Where's Walsh? Where's Walsh? He can do punch in the head.
Legit.
but-
Punch in the face. But I like it.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Like,
Bring back the biff.
bring back rivalries. Like,
Yeah.
true, like Shark Storm 2014.
I feel
15,
like we don't play into the rivalries as much as we should. Like
100%. When the Rabbits and Roosters play, they want to kill each other. It's like one of the few derbies where they actually truly dislike one another. It's awesome.
yeah,
Shark Storm 2014 to maybe 2019 peak.
Yeah.
That was just hatred.
I want them to bring back the rivalry round where they had it.
100%.
That was great.
Roosters, Bunnies, Sharks, Storm, Eels, Penrith.
Yeah.
Like Eels, Manly. Take your
Yeah.
pick. Like that's what we want.
Eagles are rivals for anyone.
Legit.
Manly, Dogs.
Everyone. Oh, wait, Dogs. Eels, Dogs.
Eagles, Dogs were
Eels,
always
Dogs.
that was always the one. That kind of late 2000s, early
bring it
2010s. Eagles, Dogs. That always pumped a crowd
Bro.
too. You'd always get
bring
kind
it,
of
Bring it back. I'm actually
Yeah.
fired up thinking about that, dude. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, Coates with one of the most since fucking outrageous marks on the back of Daniel Atkinson's
yeah.
neck. That was sick. Try of the year.
Hmm.
Shout out to Mark. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not Marky Mark. With probably the try of the last
Hmm. Oh,
maybe
yes.
5
That was
seasons.
good, yeah.
Probably not the best all time because that was thrown
it's
out
up
there
there.
early.
It's up there.
But like you got to remember, there's a lot that we're just up because
Yeah.
this is the new thing.
Yeah.
That's it. So like,
But I've never seen something like that before. Like
True.
to jump on one leg, and then the
Hop, skip,
bit that
jump.
impressed me is he couldn't just put the ball straight down because
He
it
had to
would have been
grab it.
over the line. He actually grabbed it and manipulated where the ball.
yeah, it was good.
A lot of little things went into that.
Well, it hit America, dude. Did you see?
I didn't.
The roasty.
No.
And our roast put up his just honest reaction. He was just no words, just mouth wide open.
Yeah.
2.3 million likes. Hit America.
Wow.
All the comments are like, here from the US, here from the how sick, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. Everyone's loving it over there. So shout out the roasty.
Bring
Mate.
him to Vegas next year.
Mate, proof's in the pudding. Sign him for a 1-game contract. The Knights, give him to the Knights. They need him.
Trade deal with Dom Young for one game.
Packet of chips. Dragons 30 defeat the Broncos 26.
Yeah.
Gritty game.
Another great game. A lot of
Yep.
good games this round.
Yep, gritty game, and the Drags just had Gutherson and the Broncos didn't.
Yeah.
He saved 2 tries, scored 2 tries.
It was the Gutherson show and the Jacob Little show at one point. Like
Yeah,
they were just
fucking that goosey.
doing things. How good was that?
How did Mam fall for that goosey?
Yeah.
He was going nowhere but straight.
where else was he going to go?
I'm sorry, man, but like, what do you think he was going to do? I'm going to clip. That's awesome.
He was trying to avoid another collision, I think.
No, he wants another collision. Please, we'll move on. Oh, did you see Carrigan's lip?
Yes, I did.
Fuck
yeah.
me, dude. Hanging off by a thread.
Did you see Jesse Arthur's ass when he scored?
Yeah, his cock and balls might have been at the bottom too. He wasn't happy.
Vossi was very quick, very witty in the commentary.
What did he say?
He's just like, there's cracks in the Dragons' defence here.
Bossy, that's experience in the game, mate. That's,
Straight away too. It wasn't. He didn't wait till the replays. He was on it live.
That's awesome. Shut up, boss. Anyways, Raiders 40 defeat the Titans 24. Pretty shit first half, but then the Raiders said, "Okay, time to play some football," and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. There's not much to it. Rabbitohs 22 defeat the Tigers 12.
Yes.
The Latrell show. Yet again.
Yes.
Doing a bit of this, doing a bit of that. Bit of this, bit of that.
Bit of this, bit of that. Gowan kind of had a chance to win the game, didn't.
Shout out to Stretch.
Yeah.
Stretchy getting the finger in there. Anyways, Panthers got the bye, so they're stoked about that.
2 points.
Let's quickly go over our round. What are we up to?
12.
12 this week.
12. Short
12
round.
tips. Yep, and we'll move on. So we got the round Bulldogs versus the Dolphins. I'm going to go the Dolphins, only because of all the Origins players that are going to miss.
I'm going the Doggies. I reckon.
The Kurt Manns, all those boys.
Dolphins got a few out too.
Karazi.
Hammer.
Yeah,
He's a big
true.
loss.
It's pretty coin flippy.
Hammer's a big loss. Tom Gilbert's out.
Jacob Kiraz, Kurt Mann, Max King, Stephen Crichton, Daniel Saluka Fafuda.
Stephen Crichton's a big out for him, isn't he?
That's true. He's captain, my captain.
Captain's gone.
He's Reed Money, the captain now. He should be.
I think it's Kick-Out, actually.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Kick-Out's got
Big
it.
kicks with the captaincy. Get around it. I
there
like
he goes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Dolphins.
What
just
about
cause
Jack Underhill? He doesn't even have a
blue shirt. They couldn't
profile
afford
picture. He's still in the New South Wales Cup jersey.
it. And he's like 2 times smaller than them.
Lock him in for a try scorer, even though he's not playing. He's 18th man, but
He'll come in somehow. Yeah, I'm going to go the Dolphs.
Dogs.
All right, Eels to Eagles, the old rivalry round. We just spoke about it.
Yeah. Up at Combank.
No Moses concerns me. No Lomax definitely concerns me.
Yeah, I'm going the Sea Eagles by about 30.
I'm going to have the Sea Eagles not by 30, but I'm just tipping them.
Yeah, I think they're going to win very, very easily.
Panthers C side versus the Newcastle Knights A side.
Yeah. I'm surprised the odds here, actually. Panthers are heavy favourites. They're like $1.30 odds, which...
Probably rightfully so.
Look, rightfully so, but they've... losing their whole team. Like, To'o, Edwards, Yo, Papali'i, Liam Martin, Luke Garner, and Nathan Cleary are all out. Like,
I don't care.
the Knights have lost Ponga, who's been average anyway. Like, is he a big loss? I don't know.
I'm going to go the Panthers still. I'm sorry, Knights. I just... This has to be the game you do something.
It's at Bathurst. It's a good game to take away. No one else wants to watch it. So
the Bathurst locals. Poor bastards.
we might get 150 people there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers.
I'm going Panthers, but I'm not confident about it.
I'm not confident on either team, but I'm going more confidence with Panthers.
I think Panthers will try harder. So
of course they will.
For what it's worth,
it's
I guess.
embedded in their systems. Roosters versus Sharks at fucking Gosford.
Yes, up at the probably the greatest stadium in the world, I reckon.
The old big hind.
The palm trees.
Is that the one with the sauce bottles too?
Yeah.
I'm going to go the Sharkies. Hines is in. We haven't lost anyone, have we?
I'm going Sharks by 50.
Fucking hell.
Look at who's out. They've lost their entire forward pack.
Mate, they've still got Teddy. He's going to run for 450
They've
metres.
lost Crichton, Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, Nat White, Robert Toya, and Spencer Lenu. They've got no forwards.
Dude, it's going to be the Teddy show. He's going to.
They've got fucking Makatoa at front row.
Is he the Eels player?
Yeah, I didn't even know he signed with the Roosters, but there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Zach Docker-Clay, who's been around for 120 years. I don't know.
Isn't he like 25?
He's been around forever.
He's 30.
He's
He acted like he's 35.
I swear I was seeing him running around in like 2006. Maybe there was another Docker Clay.
Yeah, there's been another Docker Clay. Yeah. I reckon Teddy has 400 metres run, a try.
I want to see this. I reckon he must have, maybe he debuted really young.
He's 30, bro. I'm telling you, he's 30 years old.
Well, I know he's 30 years old, but man, who's the other one? There's got to be another one.
There was another Docker Clay, but I forget his first name.
Okay.
And I think he was a forward, the one you're thinking
I
of.
thought it was Zach Docker Clay. I thought maybe there's two Zach Docker Clay.
No, there's another Docker Clay somewhere. Could be his brother.
Who's the other Docker Clay?
I think he was a forward for the Panthers.
He played for Panthers.
Just write Docker Clay, see what else comes up. There's going to be more than Zach.
This bloke.
That's him.
Is that him?
Anyways, let's get back to the tips.
This is riveting content for our viewers.
It's the same guy. It's him, dude.
It's him.
Yeah, don't worry.
But he's never played for the... He's never played for the Panthers.
Probably SG Ball.
What's going on here?
Probably SG Ball vibes.
No.
Parramatta Eels, dude.
I've seen him running around for Panthers. I don't know. 2016.
The Townsville fucking Blackhawks.
I don't know.
Blacktown Workers.
There you go.
Up the works.
Maybe that's where I know from.
Awesome.
I don't know. If you know more about
Docker Clay.
Docker Clay from 2010, let me know because he was around.
Go on the Sharks. I don't know if we prefaced that.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Docker Clay. Put him in your bets, I reckon.
And to wrap up the round, we got the Wars versus the Raiders. It's going to be a very good game at Auckland.
Auckland. Not a whole heap of Origin outs for both sides either, like Hudson Young for the Raiders and Barnett for the Warriors. But apart from that, they're not too affected by Origin. So
I think the Warriors are a bit affected,
game.
hey? No forwards. Barnett and Fish.
But they're in New Zealand.
That's true.
I'm back in the Warriors. I like the Warriors in New Zealand. I don't like them in Australia, but I like them in...
Wise fans, I picked you for the last 5 weeks, so don't come at me. I'm picking the milk this week.
Wow. No, I'm big on the Warriors, so Warriors,
Hey,
love you guys.
They don't forget. Do not try and plead your case. They don't forget. You're cooked.
No.
There are our tips. Go on.
Mate, they're coming second for a reason.
Guys, don't let him live it down, please.
Warriors, best team in the comp when they're playing in New Zealand.
Here we go. He's gone back already. I want to talk about the Lord and Saviour.
Let's just go through our tips again because I forgot.
Bulldogs, Dolphins. I'm going Dolphs.
I'm going Doggies. Who are you going? Dolphins.
Dolphs.
Dolphs.
Yeah.
Dolphs. I like it. Okay.
Eels, Seagulls.
Sounds more like a dog.
Eels, Seagulls.
I'm going Manly by 30.
I'm going the Eagles as well. Panthers, Knights. I'm going the Panthers.
Yeah, I'll go Panthers.
Roosters, Sharks. I'm going the Sharks.
Yeah, I'm going the Sharks to get one over the Docker Clays.
Warriors versus Raiders. I'm going the Milk.
I'm going the Wars. Yep.
I thought I'd talk about your favourite cricket player, just for maybe 32 seconds. Mr. Virat Kohli. Last week or so, he got a bit in trouble.
Yeah.
Let's just say, theoretically, he was toey. He was feeling a bit toey. Maybe the misso wasn't, offering a bit of loving.
Yep.
He was doom scrolling on Instagram like we all do.
Yep.
We all do it. Doesn't matter how rich you are. He accidentally liked a Indian supermodel's post. And then had to put out a little story explaining that his finger must have slipped. Yeah, after he was trying to close the tab.
Yes. He was trying to close the tab. As you do.
Oh, shout out to Virat. He's a bit of a degenerate like the rest of us.
No, I won't be copping that shout out to him. You're trying to act like he's, done something good here.
It was funny. It was funny.
No, it was funny. But the way you're making it seem like he's, a bit of a legend for this. Like,
I think it was hilarious. I laughed a lot.
You were telling me in the green room. You've earned a lot of respect for Virat.
I did. It's not playing cricket. It's nothing cricket related. This is off field.
See, I disagree. I think it's the complete opposite. I think it's poor from him.
He's married. Kids.
No, I don't care about that. Do what you want. Do what you want, Virat. But own it.
Yeah, true.
But own it. Come out and be like, instead of coming up with, my finger slipped, fuck off.
He was doomed. Come on. It was 4 a.m.
Just be like, I had a look at her. She went all right, and I thought I'd shoot my shot.
I liked what I saw. So do
I
my
thought,
fingers.
I thought it was a ball outside the fourth stump, and I thought I'll just give it,
Give it a little
go.
touch.
Yeah, give it a little edge.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, edge through the slips. So, just own it, Virat, please, because you're not fooling anyone with this. Oh, my finger slipped when I was closing the tap. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last but not least, queso rabata. It's been confirmed what the drug was.
What was it?
Cocaine.
That'll do it.
So that's all. Really, like,
There you go. So is he playing still?
Yeah, he's allowed to
Okay.
play. He served the band privately.
Privately.
So when he wasn't playing the IPL, and
Yeah,
everyone's like, "What's
that was
going on?"
what, like the band that everyone served when there was fucking terrorist attacks.
No, before that, like it was
Oh,
at the
right.
start of the season. Everyone's like, "Why isn't he playing?" Oh, injury,
Ah,
mental health, like stuff like
Yeah,
that. They were
right.
putting like blanketed responses. No one could. Yeah, that's what it was for.
there you go.
Shows that you can cheat if you're not Australian and just do a month's time.
Well, to be fair, it's not really cheating. Like,
So, breaking the drug policy, I
Yeah.
guess, or whatever. They're
because it's not a performance in here. Like, it's not like,
mate, get it to him before he bowls.
yeah.
Become 160.
I don't know. I think
I'm
it's,
okay with it. I don't give it, like, it's funny.
I don't like the cover up.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
But-
a bit sus.
I don't think it's a massive issue. I don't know. Let him do a line.
Hey, I want him to play too. He's the
Yeah.
only reason I'll, have a chance of winning. He's one of the premier bowlers
Yeah.
in the world. So, yeah, that's it for me when it comes to side quests. Should we get
quests.
onto your, people are just following this, every week.
I'll tell you what.
It's something they look forward to.
I'll
I
tell you
think.
what. They're going to be keen this week.
Will's Bitcoin update.
Because I got a little notification the other day saying that it's going up there. It's going
You've
up.
got notifications turned on.
Oh, it's actually dropped over the last couple of hours. But
Here we go. Let us in.
so it's now worth a whopping $53.84.
Oh yeah, we're going up. Trending upwards.
So we're getting the upwards trajectory. Trajectory.
Awesome.
So the Bitcoin's doing well too. That's
Yeah.
apart from the last couple of hours, it's dropped a couple grand, but it's been going up. So
I was going to say, do you have a bet of the week? But I'm going to save mine for Origin.
ooh,
I want to put all my eggs in the basket.
okay.
The max
My
thing-
bet of the week got up last week actually.
Well done.
I didn't put any money on it because I forgot. So that was disappointing.
You're giving away money.
The other bets I put on didn't get up. So there you go.
Isn't that the worst?
I know.
The one you say you're going to do, and you
yeah,
forget.
yeah.
You probably should do it as we're recording,
I
just so it's
should.
like
Well, I put in the bet slip and then I
closed it.
my problem is there was no Thursday game.
Yep.
So I normally put it on Thursday while I'm watching the footy because it reminds me. I'm like, oh yeah, the footy's on. I'll put my bet on. But I didn't. And then I was at work on Friday, and then by the time I finished work,
You saw the score.
the game was already Para was playing, winning, and then the Roosters game, which was the first leg, started,
Yeah,
and then I
no-
didn't
not
put the bet
good.
on, so
Not good.
no good there. But I'm going. The Panthers, they've heard what I'm saying, and I was gonna put Newcastle on the line, but they brought it in a little bit, so now I'm not sure. The line's 5.5.
Even the bet makers.
I don't really like it now.
Even the bet makers know Newcastle might be cooked.
Well, they were like 8.5 before, which I liked, but 5.5 I'm not as keen on.
Yeah, because Dane Laurie's back.
Yeah.
Laurie's going to have a red hot crack.
I'm going Sharkies,
Yep.
the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
Yep.
Up at the glorious Gosford. Palm trees will be flying in full force.
Gossy.
They don't fly, do they? Palm trees. That would be worrying if they were
just
flying.
They just shimmer. They just fucking sit there.
It'd be
like
cyclonic winds if
like
there
those
was
Bob dolls
yeah,
at the car dealerships. They just side to side.
the old Billy Stanlakes.
Yep. Fuck
So
that guy.
I'm going the
Long naked fuck.
$2.20 for Cronulla Sharks to win 13 plus,
Fucking hell.
and I'm going Manly.
It's like you're putting a reverse curse on us, I feel.
Manly. Well, I hope so because I'm going Manly to beat Parramatta 13 plus.
You're going to be very sad when the Eagles have a crack. You're going to be, I can see it now.
Yeah, Manly to win 1-12. Lock it in for sure. No, Manly 13 plus, and I'm gonna go with.
Billy Stanley to never play another game
No.
of cricket.
I'm going
Curtis Pattinson to never see the baggy green ever again.
anytime try scorer.
Frank Leroy-Lars.
Zach Docker-Clay, $8.
Fucking hell. If he
So that's
scores,
50. That's $56 that's paying. So there you go.
That's Will's bet of the week.
That's my bet of the week. Cronulla to win 13 plus. Zach Docker-Clay to score, and Manly to win 13 plus.
Is your mate playing, Dury? Is he starting?
He probably should be. He started last week. He didn't die or anything. So
I didn't watch the game in depth. Self-admittedly.
yeah, he's on the bench.
He's like, nah, I was going to do him any time, but they can get fucked.
Yeah, he'll play 12 minutes.
So Brad Arthur's there all over again.
Yeah, so that's my bet. $55.62. Bit of value there, I think.
Good bet.
I think so. Lock it in.
Yeah, we'll lock it in.
I'll put it on now, actually, so I don't forget.
I'm the proof that we're here, dude.
There we go. Place bet. What's your bet? Oh, you're doing Origin, aren't you?
I want to put all my eggs into the basket.
All
Fuck
your
the bye
eggs.
weeks.
Oh, I've got plenty of eggs. Plenty of eggs, plenty of baskets.
Plenty of eggs and plenty of baskets to fill. That's it for me. Have you got anything that you would like to
That's it for me.
bring up?
That's it for me. I'm pretty content,
Yep.
I think, with how this episode's gone. It's a
Sh-
bit of rambling on.
it's good fun.
But some people are still here, maybe.
Sharks forever.
A couple of them.
Roosters never.
There you go. Shout out to Zach Docker-Clay.
And Matt Dury.